Hey, Natsu here. Today I'm going to do my next part on what if Deku had the power of a Green Lantern. In the last part, I ended it, right before the USJ. So, basically, well, we get back to when they're in the boss. Basically, everything else kind of happens the same. For class president, um, yeah, so basically, what we get afterward is kind of easy to guess. They start talking while they're going to the USJ. They ask Bakugo because his power is close to All Might's power. He basically says the same excuse that he breaks his body compared to All Might, except that he can control it compared to Deku. Then they go and look at Izuku and tells him that his quirk is pretty amazing. He can resist a lot of things and even more. He has the capacity to create anything he needs out of thin air, um, just by thinking it. That must be super useful every day. Which Deku then says, it's not as fun as you think. I need to keep my concentration at all time from those. The only things that actually don't require me to keep concentrating is like construct that I actually um, separate from my body to basically leave them like that for good. That basically the only reason I'm able to do that is and be sure that at some point it might disappear is because when it gets broken, it basically goes away, which everyone basically tells him that it's still super cool since, the only as long as he wants and that he has enough concentration, he can literally just stay out of harm for an unlimited amount of time. Which Bakugo then says, no, not really. He does have a limit on it. He basically uses it as you can basically look at it as a battery. He can train to increase the amount he keeps, but if he has nothing left, he needs to recharge. Which everyone basically kind of gets that. Okay, yeah, so it's not unlimited. Then they ask him, precisely how does he control his power? Which he says that, well, the easiest way he can explain it is that the more um, he concentrate on something, the stronger it can be, and that the best way to actually make something that will last is to uh, well he needs to perfectly imagine how it looks. So the more details he put into it, the stronger it will be, as well as the more concentration he has while making it, the stronger it can be as well as the more powerful it gets. So they basically ask him how strong he is without his using his quirk, which he says he doesn't really know. All he knows is that when he's using it, he gets a major power boost, and that if he really needed to push it, and that he was fully rested, had full access to his power, and that he actually used all of it on one attack, he could probably destroy a good part of practically anything, basically. that if he wanted to, he could have actually probably destroyed the entire um, building when they did the hero versus villain, which basically everyone was kind of surprised by that. Until Bakugo said, if you're surprised by that, you'll be surprised by how much stamina he actually has. Which they ask, how much? Which Bakugo says, as long as he has um, the capacity to make light construct, he does not um, he doesn't lose too much energy. He can basically fly for almost ever. He can even fly while sleeping. I've seen him do that once. Or once he was having a nightmare and he was literally floating while we were sleeping at the same house. Pretty weird, but still. The guy's pretty powerful, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Which, after basically saying that, they arrive at the USJ. All Might's not there. Um, since Deku knows about, well, since he knows about One for All and Bakugo has it, if I remember correctly, basically he knows, well, he didn't, in the boss, well, while they were going there, asked Bakugo about it, compared to when, in the original, when Bakugo asked Deku about it, because he thought it was weird that suddenly Deku has a quirk. So, yeah, we get to the SJ, All Might's not there, and they enter in. One thing I'm going to have to change about Deku's power, the Green Lanterns, except for some of them because of something that was happening, normally they aren't able to kill. They're able to destroy robots, harm people, but killing is basically impossible for them. Or practically, I should say. Deku can actually kill. It's more um, that instead of being a restriction, he doesn't do it himself normally, compared to the ring literally unable to kill. Because there are the green and the blue rings that cannot kill. Indigo, they can literally kill easily. Actually, they can even turn people on their side with their light. The black ring for sure it kills. The white lantern, which I'm not going to do, cannot kill things that are alive. But if something is dead, it can end it or bring it back. Because a white lantern can literally reshape the entire universe if it wants to. Which is pretty freaking powerful if you think about it. And since the white lanterns, um, well, the true white lanterns have the life equation, which allows them to create, reshape, transform. If they want, they can actually go further than just do that with people and literally do it with the universe itself, which is freaking OP. So basically, what the life equation is, well, think of what Darkseid is looking for, the entire life equation, which can kill anything. It's basically its opposite. It's perfect counter. This one can create, make people, give life, or take it away. Taking it away basically, um, well, basically it explains itself, but the way it actually does it is that well, it can literally erase someone from history itself by rewriting everything. So yeah, Deku's not going to have that ever because I'm going to do one for each of the seven original colors. So green, pink, blue, yellow, orange, red, and indigo. I think I'm missing one. No, I think I had them all. But yeah, basically, I'm going to do all of those ones. I'm not going to do the white or black lanterns. Sorry, but yeah. So, okay, were we? Oh yeah. Um, so they enter the USJ. 13 explains to them about everything that they do here, what it's for, and after that, basically the same thing happens. The portal, well, Kurogiri, and then everyone, well, every villain coming out, and then passing a bit, they finally go to well, the Numu coming out. Sorry, I don't know why I was having trouble finding the name of it. So basically, Aizawa tells 13 to take care of the students. The students are told to run the fuck away. Sorry, but literally at this point. Um, so after that, um, they try to run. Aizawa goes and fights. Um, you get the point. Basically, exactly as in the anime for a while. Um, so after basically them trying to run, Kurogiri tries to catch up to them with a small difference. Deku basically blocking him completely, making it impossible for him to try anything. Um, wait, be right back. Okay, yes, sorry. So like I was saying, um, they try to run. They're able to run since Kurogiri isn't able to actually catch up to the students, thanks to Deku basically making well bubbles around the portals. So they're able to escape. Ida runs. 13 tells Deku that they have to leave, and then him and Bakugo say they cannot leave Aizawa behind. 13 tells them that they're going to have problems, and then Deku tells her, I'll take those problems. Someone's in danger. He can't do it himself, and that big one gives me a creepy feeling. So, if you have an objection with it, I'm still going. And basically leaves to go help Aizawa, with Bakugo basically using one for all at the max that he can to not break his body, and basically running behind him. So they kind of just run to try and get them. Um, the moment they arrive there, Aizawa sees them and tells them to get out of here, and then Deku tells him no. And Bakugo just starts hitting some of the villains, basically making them, well, putting them out of commission. Deku basically putting light chains around them, making it impossible for them to escape. Basically sticking them there, in, uncapable, incapable of escaping. Sorry about that. Um, Okay, Shigaraki basically says that those two are annoying, mostly the one in green, and tells the Nomu to kill the kid. All the kids. Which the Nomu tries to do. Because, well, he gets told to do it, and he has no mind to refuse. He tries to attack Bakugo first, which kind of works pretty well. It harms Bakugo. Basically, he blocked with his arm, which was a really bad idea because now it's broken, but a pretty good idea because at least he's not dead. Deku saw that and basically went straight well, to try and help Bakugo, basically sending a laser towards the Nomu, trying to harm it. It takes off the arm, which at first um, Deku is happy because, okay, yeah, it's a monster at least. Now it has an arm missing, and then it regenerates. Which the smile basically melts off their face because, yeah, no, he just kind of regenerated a full arm. That's bad. Like, really freaking bad. So, after that happens, no shit, um, Deku basically makes a light construct around Bakugo and tries to bring him away. Kind of working, kind of not working. The Numu's going after him. Deku is kind of able to get him out of the way, and then the Nomu goes straight for Deku, since his other target isn't really in the area anymore. So he goes towards the nearest, uh, well, other target. Deku is kind of able to keep up by simply making shield over shield over shield over shield, basically constantly trying to survive. Which Denomu basically breaks the hell out of them. Like, every time. So, um, yeah, so after basically fighting for a small amount of time, basically around 30 seconds, Deku sees that, yeah, no, making shield won't work. It's only breaking them. And I have to stop it. He gets that it's a monster by this point because the way it attacks is basically just not in a specific way of fighting. So he knows that, okay, yeah, I can kill it. And tries. But it's hard because he never trained to do stuff that would actually kill. He always trained to actually hold back when he attacks something alive because he doesn't want to kill it. He's supposed to be a hero. But now he has to stop holding back. Which the laser was kind of a bit stressed, which was powerful enough to harm the Nomu pretty badly, which was actually at the same time the thing that Deku wanted to do against him. Basically cut the arm because it's about to hit Bakugo. But now there's the problem that, yeah, how do I kill the thing if it's regenerating? He basically tries to hit it multiple times, practically everywhere, without really working, until he decides to hit the head, which basically left the Nomu in a state of daze for a couple of seconds, and it didn't seem to regenerate like the other things. So Deku decide that he needs to end it now, and that's the weak point. So he basically uses a laser, basically putting it at max power and going straight to kill it. It works, but yeah, he used a huge amount of power, and there's basically a hole in the wall behind them, well, behind the Nomu. Shigaraki escaped, so that still happens. All of them were basically just, well, everyone that saw that laser were just thinking, what the hell happened? Um, Bakugo and um, Aizawa saw the huge amount of power that Deku seemed to have put behind it, mostly because of the way his body reacted just afterward. His body basically fell limp, and his suit basically um, turned off since it is made from his own light. So they kind of got that, okay, yeah, no, he used a lot of power. Bakugo also noted that he didn't just use a lot, he used all of it. And by all of it, I really mean all of it. Like, he's tapped out by this point. There's nothing left. He wouldn't even be able to fly in that moment. They brought him back to school. The hero wrapped up every other villains. Um, After basically everything happening, Deku woke up and got told that he would be okay. He just used so much energy that he was completely dehydrated, and it looked as if he hadn't eaten for a while because of all of the missing nutriments and everything else that he should have had. Which he's basically just thinking, how the hell did I do that? With Bakugo telling him, you made a massive laser. You destroyed that thing. Which Deku asked, so I destroyed the head. With Bakugo basically telling him, the head, there was nothing left of it. There's a hole in the USJ. With Deku basically thinking, how the hell? I've never went that far before and I'm able to do that? With Bakugo telling him, well, you have to be able to, you did it. Then he was told by Bakugo that they have a week off of school for the school to basically check how they got hacked. So he's able to go back home. Um, for that week, he decided to train on something else because if villains attacked with monsters that he needs to kill, he needs to have attacks that can actually do that. He doesn't like it, but he knows he kind of has to. So he basically start training, well, to use his lasers easier and making them more powerful, which kind of works, but kind of not at the same time, because he's always holding back anyway. So he decided that he was going to try and build stuff that are actually harmful to stuff instead of just doing lasers. So he started doing things like saws, blades, and other stuff like that that can really kill someone to try and use against, well, Nomus if there's more, which, as we know, there will be. So his his well, him being afraid isn't really. I'm trying to find a word. I didn't even write it, basically. Um, he's basically just trying to see how he could actually um, do it. So he decides that he was going to ask Bakugo. What happens with Bakugo? Oh, easy. He Deku basically asks him, okay, so how do you think I can make weapons actually that would be more powerful? Like, what kind of things should I build if I have to face against other things like that? Which Bakugo tells him that he should try to do things a bit different than what he is used to be. Which Deku basically tells him, that's why I'm asking you. I have no idea. I don't like making stuff like that. So what should I do? Which Bakugo tells him, well, if you're not able to do them, why do you even try? Just do stuff that you think would be good. It's your imagination that needs to be used to make stuff, right? Which Deku may basically starts thinking because of that. And I'm going to end it here. Well, no, right after, basically here, the last thing I have to say is that they go back to school and they get told about the 1 week of training before the sports festival, and I'm going to end it here. So, hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. Um, if you want, I'm going to leave a link to my Discord in the description. Come join us, the party's always on. If you want to talk, I'm pretty much okay with doing it anytime. So, hope you liked it. Natsu, out.